that. You get right. Oh, that's better.
That's better.
Watch us get flagged for the song.
I'll be so pissed.
Got shoes on. What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all. So I wanted, let me know if you guys can hear me. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit more about what I did for the video yesterday. And basically my life right now is making tumblers for the wedding because reasons. I thought it'd be a good idea. So I'm going to show you, I know I did yesterday, but I'm going to talk my way through a tumbler so you guys can really see what's up and what I use, because I had a lot of people asking questions about what I was using. Sorry, it sounds like a giant woodpecker is coming through the ceiling. And if you can hear the music in the background, our fire alarm's going off to Canon and D for some reason. Anyways, I digress. So I got brown tumblers. They all looked like this because it was cheaper to buy just a whole bunch that were this color since I was painting on them anyways. And my wedding is like this color and aqua, so I figured it would be a good background color. Anyways, so what I'm using for these is Color Fix or Color Flex, depending on which, I don't know which they actually call, but it's this. I'm using wine and cinnamon mixed with a little bit of this Folk Art Treasure Gold and Fire Opal to make my paint for the browns. And then for the other ones, I'm using a mix of Raindrops and Teal Time. And the cool thing about this stuff is that it's a 3-in-1. So it's a paint, a primer, and a glitter adhesive. And I can give you a visual at the difference. So I was using just a regular acrylic paint. And I thought if I just put the glitter on fast enough, it would stick. And it really didn't. You can see a lot of bare parts where there's no glitter.
But I don't hate that though.
I don't either,
especially
but
when the resin's on it, it just looks bright and a different tone.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. But if I was doing like a full coverage one like this and I had bare patches, it'd be a situation.
Yeah.
But when I use these Color Flex or Color Fix pigments, it holds on to my glitter better. So I'm adding, not this color, I'm adding just a little bit more of these lines on this one. And then I'm going to add some of the glitter. You just paint it on however you would. And then you put some glitter on. I'm using
I thought we were going to do
So I'm using this as a glitter mix. The glitter mix that I'm using, I'll show you guys what exactly it is in just a moment. So you just dust it on right after you paint it, knock off the excess, and then once it's dry for real, I will brush it with a paintbrush just to knock off any of the extra. So let's go ahead and resin one. Let's take
Oh, that thing's not plugged in, so.
We can plug it in. They've been playing Canon and D for like an hour and a half. Is anyone in here? Hi, everyone.
What's up with Gina? Betty says, love the tumblers, look great. We love your tumblers. How's everyone on this spring day? It is not spring over here in Dallas.
It's definitely not spring.
Shooter, what's up? Toot toot.
So I'm just knocking off the excess glitter. I'm still going to have some that's going to travel into the other colors, but I'm not losing sleep over that.
I love your tail.
Oh, I forgot this onesie has a tail.
How does it sound, y'all? We got a new mic. Like, can you hear me when I talk, or is it just probably a lot better when she talks?
Yeah, I have the mic on my person. So the rust color glitter I'm using is a mix of this that I don't have a name for. Sorry. I got it on Amazon. It was a little bit more orange than I would like, so I mixed in some chocolate truffle glitter from Just Resin to kind of brown it out some. So when I first lost my mind and decided I was going to do all these tumblers for the wedding, I bought a 6-cup spinner, and that's what I'm using. So this tumbler turner came from Amazon. I think I have it linked in the description box. Not sure, but you can do all number of sizes. So it comes with all these different size spacers to make, like if you're using a bigger or a smaller. So this is a 20-ounce tumbler, so I just had to use this center one. And if you're doing something even smaller, there's a little doodad in there. So you just put that bad boy in there. And I always tape the rim. I know a lot of people don't.
20 favors for a guess in 19.
That is a lot. So I'm just lining this up just on this rim.
Show them the blank rim though. It's just metal.
Yeah, it's just exposed metal. So I'm doing my best to line this up exactly on the line. If you don't do exactly on the line, then just go a little bit into the silver so that you don't have just a random silver line. Like that would be.
There's an art by Robin. Hi, how are you?
Someone named Robin sent me a whole bunch of wine glasses as a wedding gift. But I wasn't sure because I a lot of times don't know y'all's last names. What? They're fun. So if that was you, Robin, thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, well, never mind. But still, thank you. So now I'm going to line up. I can't say the hole with the pole, I guess, but you know what I mean. Put that bad boy on there. Now, if you have only one tumbler turner, then it'll just be this. But I have multiple. However, they all have a feature where this one's awesome because I have a control for each one. So they all have a feature where if you turn it off and back on, it'll reverse. And the reason why that is important, well, I don't know that they all do, but all the ones that I've used do. The reason why that's important is because when I'm ready to peel this tape off, I need it to go in this direction so I can just do this and it'll peel off. But if you turn it off and back on, it'll reverse. So now this is not going to work. So I've turned off and back on for it to go in the proper direction. Have I heard from PayPal yet about the dragon picture? The painting? The one that we drew on? The black and red one, Robin? All right. Now, I used to really like Canon and D, but now that it's playing over and over and over and over, second guessing my choices on liking that song. So usually my favorite go-to resin is STONECOAT Art Coat, except for oceans. Then I'll use just resin, Salmon Coat, or Ocean Coat. However, I need a thick resin that cures up relatively quickly and has UV resistance, so I can't use Quick Coat. But we found Artistry Epoxy. They live between here and Fort Worth, or their shop is both. And they also do the Color Flex paints. And this is a 2-hour fast set tumbler epoxy. So I've been using this for all of these tumblers thus far. I have no complaints. It is also a 1-to-1. And since I don't need that much resin, I'm mixing it in this little cup.
You get your tub tumbler from Amazon.
I did get this from Amazon.
Just PayPal canceled the payment. Has not been mailed out yet.
PayPal canceled it? Ooh. I didn't know that they canceled. I've never had that happen. But I'll figure it out. I have the piece. I just haven't added the tracking into PayPal yet. But anyways, I'll send you a message when we get off of here. So it should take you about 1.5 ounces per tumbler. So I made a little bit extra, but I don't want to get stuck with not enough. This epoxy is way thick on purpose, and it doesn't help that it's really cold in here today. Well, it's not really cold in here, but ambient temperature outside is cold.
From the UK.
Hello, UK.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of the cancellation. Does that mean you don't send the piece?
It means she'll have to resubmit the payment.
Oh, that's gonna be
Oh yeah, it will be. But just like the other epoxies, you want to mix it for 3 minutes. It's a 1-to-1. It doesn't have any smell. It does have death bubbles. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's if you mix a thicker resin really fast, these little tiny micro bubbles will pop out. I call them death bubbles because you probably shouldn't breathe them in. Anyways, just like with other epoxies, you need to scrape the sides and the bottom of your mixing cup and your stir stick to make sure everything's fully incorporated. And you could just mix the glitter into your epoxy, but then you're more likely to get this sticking out, being jagged, and causing you to have to do another layer.
What's up, Petra? Welcome.
Hey, Petra. The more vigorously you mix your resin, the more bubbles are going to be mixed in. I get questions all the time about if their resin is bad because it's white. And that's just from it being on the thicker side and mixing it a lot. You just introduce a lot of bubbles into it that can't pop because it's a thick resin. But it's fine. You just add heat to it and it will pop them.
Thanks for popping in, saying hi.
If I ever turn into a millionaire, my first purchase is going to be an epoxy stirrer. Just kind of like people have live-in nannies or housekeepers. I want a live-in resin stirrer.
Mm.
I feel like it's been almost 3 minutes though.
Leopold Family Farms.
Hey there.
Sherry Murray. The wedding is May 1st.
It's in like a minute and I'm not ready.
She's just got her onesie on. She's got her funky onesie on. Tail.
Don't pull my tail. Rude. Here's the thing. When it's cold here and I have to layer up, one of the easiest things I can wear is a onesie. You know how Steve Jobs like only wore black turtlenecks because he didn't want to use brain power to figure out what he's going to wear? That's kind of what onesies are in my world. Okay. And I know Jeff loves it. Except for not. All right. Now, a lot of times when you get a tumbler turner, it comes with like the machine and mixing stuff. And a lot of times it comes with like a spatula, a silicone spatula. But I'm not going to use that because I don't have time. I'm just going right in there. I find that if you pour it out on the side that it's rolling up from, that you waste less product falling off because it has to travel from here to here. So it gives you time to work that resin. If I just poured the resin out on this side, it's already going to where it'll fall off.
Shit. What could that be?
Someone's at the front door.
2 seconds.
Who's at our front door? If you think that you just layer I took the mic out. So do you think that if you put your resin on here, like a clump of resin, would it just travel because it's spinning, or would it just stay in that one spot? What?
They're doing the inspection of the...
Oh, yeah. I took the mic off.
Okay.
It's on now.
I don't remember where it was, but I took my gloves off. So we're going to use stir stick, which wastes a little bit more resin.
I'll let you know, since you have that part of the main riser over there in your front entryway,
Uh-huh.
either tomorrow or Thursday, we'll be back to test that.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. And since I'm not doing this as I was a second ago, I'm having a little bit more overflow than I was. That's okay. So this resin, since it is a 2-hour setup, does have a shorter working time. I think the pot life is something in the 15-minute range.
Ooh, there's a big spot there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Working on it. So when you have multiple tumblers, like on this apparatus that I'm using, you have to work relatively fast. Well, you just have to work fast. It's not relatively, it's just fast. Easier with gloves on. But then I'm going to be using my working time to put gloves on. So I'm doing this the ratchet way. We're going to put decals on these. So you're going to get another coat anyways. I believe that it's fully covered. I like to look at.
Hello, Evelyn. We just got to get back to work.
See you later, tutor. I like to look at this bottom edge down here to evaluate if I have any low spots or bare spots that I need to fill in. And it looks pretty good. So last step is adding some heat. JK.
Yeah, it's self-leveling, and then this spinning, it helps it level out.
So it doesn't blob anywhere. You want to add heat to pop the bubbles, but you don't want to add so much that it just fully liquefies your epoxy. When you add heat to resin, it thins it out. It just is how it is. So I added a little bit much here, and you can see this blob making its way around.
Mm-hmm.
It will end up self-leveling at this point, and there's a blob here from being too thin. But if this was later in the curing process, that would be a problem.
It's a fun one.
This may be my first one. I'm hoping I can get epoxy on it before it starts to set up. And give it a shot though. I want to make sure this is really pushed down nicely on this edge so that resin doesn't get under it. A lot of what I'm telling you guys here today is stuff that I have learned on my 70 tumbler journey.
Is there UV on it?
There is UV in this epoxy. I don't think it's as much as STONECOAT, but I don't have the exact numbers on it. Just knocking off some of this extra glitter. Before we add this to here. Nope. Let me keep this one for myself. I'm trying to do this one kind of in sections so that not too much glitter traveled throughout the piece. I know some of it's going to travel, and that's fine. for me. If that isn't something that you guys want to do and you're doing tumblers, then you're going to have to wait till everything is cured. Nope. Till your paint is dry, and then dust everything off and then add more paint and glitter to those areas that may have gone a little bare when you dust it off. And then go through that process over and over and over and over. Personally,
Thanks for sharing your knowledge.
I'm fine with it.
Tells everyone.
Well, thank you. Love sharing with you guys.
Yay for comfy onesies with tails.
See, I know I wasn't alone. Comfy onesies with tails is everything. It is way easier with just your hand. Just heads up.
Don't we have like a this maybe is a little bit better. Oh, if I'm touching it.
That's not what he said.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Also, have a bee handy to give you pointers and tips of ways to make things easier. Yeah, you always find ways to make whatever it is I'm doing not as difficult as how I apparently am trying to do it. Yeah, I think we've covered
Work makes the dream work.
facts. Am I the only one that really enjoys seeing bubbles pop when your resin's like starting to set up a little bit? So it's kind of thicker. And then when bubbles pop, it leaves kind of a hole for a minute. Probably just me. That is just a little intro into how I'm doing all of my tumblers. So I still have these to resin. Sorry.
Tiny microphone.
Forgot about the little teeny tiny baby mic. So I have all those to resin. However, I have all of these that are first layer completed. 6 down there. And then these guys. They're all just supposed to be a little bit different. This one's supposed to be one of the more masculine ones. What do you guys think? Is this guy glitter appropriate? Yeah. This is what I considered guy glitter appropriate. Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. Then I got creative on this one. I was like, I'm just going to glitter just right there. Anyways, it's my guy box. I want to know what y'all think.
I like that one a lot.
Those ombres. That one is not quite as ombre.
I'm really getting sick of hearing this.
All right, so let's finish this video so we can turn some music on loud enough to drown that out. Okay, so this is a 2-hour curing epoxy, yeah? Yeah. So in 1 hour, I'll come through and hit this area with a heat gun, not a torch, because this is raw tape and you may and probably will set it on fire. So hit it with a heat gun and then just hold on to it and let it peel up. I will tell you that if you don't overlap this bit of tape a fair amount, like on this one, I have this much overlap. Like if you just did it just enough, you're gonna get resin on that lip that we're trying to keep clean. So in 1 hour, I'm gonna come in, hit it with a heat gun for 1 rotation, hold on to this and let it unravel, and then let it spin for the last hour, pop it off and do the next one. And then that's gonna be my life until I have all of them done. So what do you guys think?
Should we just put the date and our names? Are we gonna put our names on there?
I thought about putting names, but you seem to not like the idea.
Our name. Is it gonna be Thornton Wedding? Mm-hmm.
What?
What?
Say nothing. Saw a low spot. I think it was there. What do you guys think? Should we add names to these? Should we add the guest names? Should we add our names?
The theme, it's kind of just a silly inside joke with us, but it's called Who Sent You?
I'm just letting you talk into this.
This name and yeah, but it's really difficult to do that, especially with stickers, because reading very small letters doesn't work that well.
But we want to know what you guys think. So what do you think? Also, I'm doing a sale on the website right now for 15% off. The code is restock because I got to pay for some decor for the wedding, and we just restocked Color Obsession. I just got a big case in. Vamp put it into inventory today while I was playing with glitter. So go buy stuff. You'll love it. Swear, promise, swear. Also, we're going to have to reach out to our epoxy friends at Artistry Epoxy and get some more resin because reasons. I'm getting low. I think Mike should do a Tumbler epoxy. Anyways, comment down below which one's your favorite and if you think we should put everyone's name on them or just our name on them or just the theme on them. So yeah. So that's our video today. Sorry it was an hour late. I realized at 2:20 that it was 2 o'clock.
Yeah. But we shall be back tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Be kind to one another because you never know what somebody's going through. And always remember, here at Artist Till Death Studios, we do the test.
So you don't have to. Spirit fingers, jazz hands.
It's a little weird.
Let it happen. Let me be. Let me live.
Just live. UTD wedding. We'll figure it out. Thanks for the comments and the ideas. We'll get it figured out one way or another. You guys have an awesome Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
I said bye.